Good afternoon. So, first of all, you will have to excuse my very croaky voice. I haven't been well. I'm still technically not 100%. In fact, yes, I haven't been quite as productive as normal. But the one thing, when you run your own business, you still have to keep working, but also try and balance that with listening to your body. So, I won't be on here very long today. One, because my voice won't probably be able to take it. But what I want to ask the question is, are you flushing thousands of pounds down the toilet in relation to your business without you even potentially knowing? Now, there are the obvious things like expenses that you don't even use that service anymore and they're still coming out your bank. They're the obvious things like that are the obvious things. But actually, I'm talking about some of the less obvious things that you might not even think about. So, for example, one of the things that I would say that is crucial in terms of throwing money away is actually knowing things like where your leads are coming from, where are your inquiries coming from? Are they social media? Are they recommendations? And are you then following up when you get an inquiry? Because one of the things that I often see is businesses don't have a customer journey as such. They don't have it planned out. And they're not actually looking to see where the work is coming from, thanking the people that recommend, following up when they receive, they might receive the initial inquiry, they might do an initial response, but then they don't follow up afterwards. That's one thing. Another thing I would say is more kind of even going to the very beginning part of your marketing process. Do you actually have a solid sales process in place? Now, one of the key things in terms of your sales process to actually get customers on board is your marketing message. And if your marketing message is not resonating with your prospects, they're not going to buy from you. And then you've got to actually look from not just about your marketing message. And I talk about this a lot, but in terms of your target audience, have you actually got a specific target audience that you're aiming for, or are you just sending marketing out there and just hoping somebody might buy? These are ways in which you are literally flushing thousands down the toilet, where you could be gaining clients by having a on-point marketing message, making sure that that marketing message is actually targeting your actual, the right type of customers, your audience that you want to be working with. And the other part of it, of course, is actually how are you marketing? How are you, once you kind of do your marketing, where are you actually taking them to? What is the next step in their sales process? Or have you got a sales funnel in place in terms of where, for example, if you're doing a Facebook ad or Instagram ad and they click the ad, where are you taking them to? What are you wanting them to do, right? Because the one thing that is really key in marketing is a confused mind says no. So if you don't have a clear process, if you don't have, for example, in your copy, in both the advert and your, where you take them to, a hook. You need to have the people, to hook them in. And people buy as a result of stories. The amount of times I've shared with you various stories, and then you have your offer in there in terms of wanting them to buy. But all of those things tie into emotionally connecting with your customer. And there is a huge amount that you can do with all of those things, right? And one of the things that I'm seeing, which really does sadden me, is I'm having conversations with so many businesses that do not have any of this actually in place. And yes, they've got some clients, but I look at how many more clients could you potentially have, and more of the right type of clients, if these things were actually put into place. And this is also where it kind of ties into putting that investment in an expert that can help you implement it. You don't have to do it all alone. And one of the things that I kind of recently, that I've had a situation for me that has really saddened me is where, I'd had a meeting with a client, they were all on board, they could see exactly what I was trying to achieve for them, and for whatever reason, they've decided that they don't want to proceed. Now, that happens, and that sometimes can be a very frustrating situation. I've had one of my clients been in the same situation, and they're then panicking. I'm not panicking, because ultimately, if they can't see the value in the investment in which I'm trying to actually provide to them, then it's them that's not going to gain the business and the traction in which ultimately they're looking to put into their business. So, ultimately, I'm here to guide, I'm here to support. I want to help as many businesses as I possibly can do. And to do that, there is an investment that is required in terms of, as a client, in terms of in time and financial investment. But ultimately, if you invest in the right experts to give you that guidance, to put the right systems and processes in place, you stop flushing thousands of pounds down the toilet, and actually that thousands of pounds is then lining your pocket. And when you're then paying an expert like me to actually help you, you look at it and think, well, hang on a second, they've made me a heck of a lot of money because they've put the right systems in place. So it's about looking at the bigger picture, and just think about, where could you in your business improve your business where you are potentially flushing thousands down the toilet, whether it's a case of knowing where your leads come from, whether it's your marketing message, knowing where your target audience is, looking at your complete sales process, and actually looking at investing in an expert like me who can then help you make sure that all of these systems and processes are right. So if you are interested in working with somebody like me, I am still, until the end of this month, offering the half price business review. So if you do want to get in, please put in the comments business review, and we can try and get something in the diary ASAP. But it's still a fantastic offer. 50% off, and I'll do a deep dive into your business, see where the challenges are, what's working, and I will give you instant guidance in terms of how you can improve your business. So excuse again the croaky voice. Hope you've gained some benefit from today, and I will see you all very soon.